Hello there, this is Bizworld. Malaysia has made major strides in its energy transition efforts as well as in improving the ease of doing business in the country. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim noted that Malaysia is one of the earliest countries in the region to move towards renewable energy RE, with Sarawak being a major energy hub, supplying energy to Indonesia's new capital, Kalimantan.
We've tried to engage, shift in terms of our policy directions. There's political stability, of course, and we have embarked on some major policy pronouncements. Energy transition that makes Malaysia one of the earliest in the region, in the South Asian region.
Speaking to captains of industry during a roundtable meeting in the United Arab Emirates, the Prime Minister also emphasised Malaysia's commitment to implementing good and clear policies with regards to RE and technological advancements. Malaysia, at the same time, he said, is also participating in the first cross-border power trade in the ASEAN region to strengthen the ASEAN power grid. Mobile network operators MNOs will hold equal stakes in the Digital National Berhad DNB, while the government will maintain its 35% stake in the 5G network infrastructure outfit. Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi Fadil said this is upon the signing of share subscription agreement by the 5 MNOs expected by the middle of this month.
But if the question is whether government will retain a stake in DNB, yes, for the time being, there's no decision yet by cabinet to divest. But for the time being, government is still very much part of DNB.
He added that the government's 5G task force is still deliberating on a dual network model and has yet to decide on which MNOs will be in which entity. For the establishment of the 5G entity B, the government is considering allocating 100 MHz of spectrum under the 3.5 GHz band to the second network.
This week on Money Matters, the National Industrial Master Plan. What's the growth potential for SMEs? Towards Malaysia's industrial transformation, what strategies can SMEs adopt? The role of partnerships, collaborations and networking. Join us with Chin Chi Siong of the SME Association of Malaysia this Saturday 5 p.m. on TV3 and live HD stream on Tonton.
Now, the volume of world merchandise trade is now expected to grow by 0.8% this year, less than half of the 1.7% increase forecasted in April. According to the World Trade Organization WTO, the projections have been scaled back amid a continued slump that began in the fourth quarter of 2022 as the effects of persistent inflation and tighter monetary policies were felt in the United States and the European Union. The 3.3% growth projection for 2024, however, remains nearly unchanged from the previous estimate. According to the forecast, trade growth should pick up next year, accompanied by slow but stable GDP growth. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, continues to expect weak growth in the global economy and growth rate to remain slow. IMF Chief Kristalina Georgieva said the global economy has shown remarkable resilience due to strong demand for services and progress. In July, IMF had presented a growth forecast of 3% for 2023 and 2024. Growth prospects were down in the medium term in China, but the situation was not consistent, while prospects in the US and India were better. Talking about the pandemic and the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Georgieva said that the world had lost around $3.7 trillion in economic output due to successive shocks. Last year, the global economy grew by 3.5%. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Azaria Tagaya. Thank you for investing your time with us and stay tuned to TV3.